Hi, and welcome to the Paf Annual Report for 2010. Today we are in the Paf Casino in Mariehamn in Ålands Islands. This exciting casino had its grand opening in spring 2010. I want to start by welcoming Anders Ingves, Johan Rotberg and Inger Holmström. Paf is so different compared to other gaming companies. In many perspectives, what is Paf, Anders?
It's a pretty nice question to ask me what Paf is. Paf is a lot of people, but mainly, or the soul of Paf is coming out of the start 40 years ago when charity organizations on the island got together and started Paf with one purpose, to get a profit for good causes. And that is still the purpose of our daily work, is to produce profit for good causes.
But which type of good causes do you support?
We support humanitarian, cultural, sports, environmental causes.
Business-wise, what happened 2010?
Well, that was a lot. We had a really tough first half, and I'm really proud of what we accomplished during the year. This beautiful casino that we sit in today was one of the good accomplishments that we were able to make or deliver to the customers. At the same time, we renewed the cooperation agreement with Tallink, which is really important. The base for Paf is in the shipping companies or the shipping cooperation that we have had since the 70s. In listening to the customers, during the year we have been using two different ways. Net Promoter Score, which is a really interesting way of listening to the customers, but also the voice of the consumers, where we use different ways and different channels to listen to the customers. I'm really proud that we were first in the world to launch a supportive insurance for gambling addiction. We launched a lot of really exciting games during the year. We meet thousands of our customers a year, like the Paf Poker Challenge in the spring, where we bring poker players to the islands, both so they can play among friends, but also so that we can see them and talk to them and really get to know our internet customers.
What is your view on the growth?
Yeah, I think we will, as a company, we will continue the improvement that we could see during the second half of 2010, which was really beautiful. And we can also see that it has continued into this year already. So for Paf, I can see that we will have both top-line growth for 2011 and also that the profit will be better than 2010. And if you look out in the gaming world, due to the regulations coming, there will be markets growing rapidly. But what's most important for us is really to deepen the relations with our customers.
Ålands Island, situated between Sweden and Finland, is special in many ways. The island is self-governed with its own parliament and government. Åland is also known for its international shipping, banking, insurancing, and of course as a tourist destination. Inger, how does the Åland heritage affect Paf's way of doing business?
I think Åland being situated in a small island, I think in a small island you need lots of friends and relations to the rest of the world, and I think Åland has really developed that skill to create friends and relations internationally. And also I think through the shipping industry has been many opportunities to deepen that kind of acting towards the rest of the world. And to build relationships, you need to build trust, and that is also part of what we want to deliver in Paf.
Paf has been operating casinos for over 40 years in order to support good causes. Which are the most important experiences that you want to bring with you into the future?
What we have learned is a lot about our customers, how they act, what works and what does not work. And that is, I think, the most important thing that we have brought from these 40 years of running the business. And also we have met our customers in all these situations. We have met them on the ships, we have met them in the casinos, we have also met them on trips that we have made together with them as travel prices, which we have a lot of in our business.
In every organization, the communication plays an important part. How does that come into you? Yeah.
We look upon communication as something that everybody in the organization delivers. So everybody must look upon themselves as a communicator with our customers. So even if you are a croupier or if you are a software developer or whatever you are in communication with your customers. And we want to build good relations and we want everybody to have fun together. Also in our culture, we want our employees to have fun together with the customers. Our business is basically making fun for a good cause.
So, on to the oh so important financial results. The more money Paf earns, the more money you give to good causes. From what I've heard, there's a reason for you to smile, Johan.
Well, yes, we had a very difficult first half of the year, but the second half was a lot better. Actually, almost all profit was created during the second half of the year.
What does that mean for the year as a whole?
Thanks to the good second half, the profit in the parent company Paf increased by more than 40% for the whole year, and at a group level, the net result was 17% better than 2009.
And so, to the most important question, how much of Paf's earning 2010 can you give to good causes?
From the total profit of 8.2 million in the parent company, the board has suggested that 8 million should be distributed for good causes, and that is 1 million more than previous year.
Can you break down the situation in each of the main markets?
In Sweden, we have had a very positive trend. We reached break-even in September, and since then we have had a positive result. In the Spanish market, which is quite fresh, we have had a very good development when it comes to the amount of customers. Our main market, the home market, has also had a very positive development during the second half of 2010. In the beginning of this year, we reopened our internet site in the Estonian market, and it's too early to say anything about that yet, but it looks promising. And what more is interesting is that this positive overall trend from the end of 2010 also have continued in the beginning of 2011.
The allocation board suggests how the profit from Paf should be allocated, and the government takes the final decision. The entire profit from Paf is distributed to charities such as Public Health on Åland, the Finnish Red Cross, Save the Children, and the Sea Rescue Organization. The Sea Rescue Organization is based on voluntary forces. Their mission is to provide seafarers with service that comfort them to travel on Åland waters. In summertime, Åland is very popular and is frequently visited by tourists coming from Finland, Sweden and other countries. Supporting Finnish yacht yard industry, a new rescue ship is under construction. The total cost is 1.2 million euro and it will be delivered within 2011. Paf.com is growing internationally from year to year. What happened 2010, Thomas?
Yeah, we continue the trend of growing outside the home market, and in particular 2010 we had good signs in Spain and Sweden. In Spain we were growing the number of active players, and in Sweden we we actually broke through and got a break even financially. So the market is now profitable for us and paying back a lot of the investments we have made there.
How do you prepare for the future demands for the consumers?
Well, we do a lot of things, of course, but in 2010 in particular, we had a very big project where we were developing our platform to get kind of a new next generation gaming platform. Make it easy for the players to play, new features, new games, and make it enabled for us to fast and in a very independent manner get out new components and products.
I know you're going to offer your customers a new betting and bingo product this year. What is to expect?
Well, we signed a deal with the Unibet's B2B company already in 2010, and we're delivering a new betting product, and we get managed services from Unibet, or the Kambi is the company's name, and we also signed a deal with Parlay to get a new bingo platform, and I think these two products will be extremely good improvements and developments for our customers. So we expect that to retain customers and get more customers, and we think they will be very happy with what they will see when we release that in 2011.
Business-wise, you saw things turn around during 2010.
Yeah, that's true. We had a very, let's say, intensive first half of investments, and from the second half and in particular the final quarter, we could see a very good trend in getting payback on the investment we made, and we ended the year in a very great manner. We had the all-time high revenues actually on our internet games ever in December, so that was kind of a Christmas gift to us all.
Okay, Stefan, you're the fourth gaming company and you received a gaming license in Estonia. Why that market?
Well, what happened in 2010 was that the Estonian government put in place a transparent and competitive licensing system, and we got the license and launched the Paf.com service. However, we have been in Estonia for many years, already in the 1990s on the ferries, and from 2004 with the Estonian Olympic Committee. So now with the new license we can broaden our offering, and we feel it's a good situation today to go to the market and deepen our relations with the Estonians.
But why the cooperation with the Estonian Olympic Committee?
The Olympic Committee is a very respected institution in Estonia, and we in Paf, we share the same values. We work for good causes, we are responsible in the society, and that's why we feel it's a very good partnership to work with them. And as a curiosity, I could say that our country manager in Estonia, Mr. Allar Levandi, he's a former Olympic athlete. He had a bronze medal from back in Calgary in 1998.
The Land and Ship Arena is historically Paf's origin business area. How many ships do you operate on?
Oh, today we operate about 25 ships, and Paf Casino, where we are in today, we also operate machine on various places on Ålands Islands. The shipping industry is very important to our business, and we have to develop our business year to year. And we always want to improve the environment in order to enrich people's lives when traveling.
What about the results 2010?
Oh, the 2010 was a very positive experience for us. The customer spending increased, that's very good, and we were able to prolong our contract or agreement with the Tallinn Group. And we opened this Paf Casino in 2010, and what we have seen, the numbers of visitors have grown strongly.
That's good.
Yeah, really.
Paf Open 2010 attracted all the top beach players in the world. What will happen 2011?
Well, the top players will be back, but they will play in a new place since the center court will be moved a bit north next to the sea and the beautiful Atlantica Culture Center. And for the first time ever, the visitors can take part in the event more actively, since we will arrange a lot of beach volley tournaments that are open and free for everyone. So no matter if you are a beginner or an athlete, you can compete in Paf Open 2011. But of course, Paf Open wouldn't be anything without the official beach parties. And in 2011, we are going for the record of 4 beach parties. And on Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And Club Paf will of course be there and take care of our lucky customers that have won a Paf Open beach party at paf.com and on board.
Another big event on Åland is the Paf Poker Challenge.
Yes, in 2010 we had 162 players visited Åland. And for 2011 we have set the goal to 200 players and also raised the guarantees prize pot to the biggest ever of €100,000. And the live events are really important to us because they differentiate us from our competitors. And every year we have several of our customers playing with us just because they want to win a place to a final. And where they have the chance to win money, but also to play with their friends at Paf.
Paf consider it's very important to provide information about the risks of gaming and especially to protect young people from developing unhealthy gaming habits. The younger people are, the more receptive they are to develop dependence. Anyone who has ever tried to lose weight or stopped smoking knows how difficult it is and that only yourself can change your behavior. We are responsible for our own lives and our own actions. It's our own responsibility to ensure that what is fun does not turn into a bad habit. But according to Paf's approach, it's also Paf's duty to minimize the risks and take responsibility as a part of the cause of the problem. Paf therefore provides several tools for helping our customers and work for a safe gaming environment. The question is, can you be insured against addiction?
Yes, you can, at our site. We want to build long-lasting relations with people, and thereby we also need this safe site and this safe environment. As you said, we can control our gaming, we can put up limits on deposit limits, and we can freeze accounts and so on. But of course, if you end up in problem, even though we have a lot of measures, some people will run into problem. And for them, we have this insurance, this possibility to actually get help, to get therapy, if you have the need for that.
Okay. How many persons suffer from this kind of behavior?
Well, I don't have the nominal value, but we know from a lot of surveys and studies and research that as for gambling addiction, it's like any other addiction. It's approximately 2% of the population or the consumers of that thing that gets into addiction problems, and that is the fact also for gambling.
This is a scenario which is not too easy to handle, right?
Well, no, it's not, and I think that goes for everything around addiction. But although it's difficult, we can't really say that we shouldn't do anything. So we try to do a lot. Having said that, we believe at Paf that the responsibility and the really true commitment has to lie at the player's side. But if they have that, we have a lot of things we can do and a lot of measures and actions we can take. And we have developed kind of an umbrella or a concept that we call Play It Safe. And there we include a lot of what Inger was relating to, and the insurance is there. We try to conceptualize and communicate all these safe gambling things under one umbrella.
Everyone wants to act in a safe environment. Therefore, for Paf to be successful in building close relationships, it has to come from inside.
Tony, what do you think is important when working at Paf?
The most important thing for me is that we are responsible and that we have a safe environment for our customers. That makes me proud working at Paf.
Yeah. I also often hear that our colleagues appreciate the possibility to be creative at work. Have you heard the same, or do you feel the same?
Yeah, actually I feel the same, yes. One good example is this t-shirt that was designed by one of our colleagues. We made something different, and the money we gave to the charity.
Yeah, to save the children. That's true.
Yeah, it was the better target to give them to children than to us.
Yeah.
Well, if I've understood you correctly, Paf has stopped shouting loudly using big advertising campaigns.
That's true. We prefer to give our message in a softer way, and that means that social media like blogs and Facebook are the way to go for Paf. Instead of pushing out our information, we would like to present it in a way that encourages people to share it with their friends. And one example of that is last autumn we made this cow bingo, which we filmed on a farm here in Åland.
Okay.
And in the movies you could see 3 cows walking around in a field that was made up as a bingo ticket. And it was then for you to guess which cow would poo first and in which square. And that was very popular, and it was spread widely on the internet.
You talk about reaching out with the message of Paf. What is the message?
One thing, for example, is what separates us from other gaming companies is that we give our profit to good causes instead of to shareholders, and that we want to talk about. And through different partnerships, we support work for a better world. And the idea is also that our customers will take part in this and help us to choose who to give money to.
Okay, how does that work? Can you give an example?
For example, we have established partnerships with well-known bloggers, and based upon the visitors on the blog, we give money to good causes every month, and there the blog readers can help us and choose who to give money to. And also to have these blogs is a way of making a closer relationship, to establish a closer relationship with our customers, because we want them to feel that they play among friends when they visit paf.com. But most important is, of course, to create fun.
Okay, you have to give another example now. What in particular is fun at Paf?
There I could give you many good examples,
okay.
But one fun thing is our fun betting, and that is betting connected to other things than sports.
Okay, that sounds pretty fun. What could those be, for example?
That could be anything that you discuss in the coffee room, anything that is speculated about in the press, and that could be with the weather, and it could be different awards, and it could be who will be the next party leader for the Social Democrats and who will be the next host in the TV show. And another thing is that also journalists are very interested in these fun bets, and they like to write about it.
Okay. Anders mentioned creating relationships and playing among friends. In what other ways do you work with that, Thomas?
Well, I think a very, very good example of play among friends is our club Paf. And everyone who is a player at Paf and Paf.com is part of Club Paf. And in that club we work a lot with the idea of playing among friends.
What kind of stuff can you get when you're a member of Club Paf?
Only good stuff. No, but seriously, we do things from giving bonus money to taking customers with us at trips. You can get a trip to Las Vegas or to Madrid, or you can get a trip out on one of the cruise ships on the Baltic Sea. So a lot of trips, but it can also be perks like electronic devices or what else. So it's really what we think that people like to get.
That sounds nice. But why are you doing this?
Well, as you started, it's all around this play among friends, and I mean, we really think about the fact that we think it's much more fun to do things together than doing them alone. And by us meeting the customers face to face, we get to know them and they get to know us. and they get to know each other, so they meet, and we know that they appreciate it a lot.
Well, before we end this show, I would like to leave the last words to you, Anders.
Thanks. By working together with our more than 400 employees, we have turned Paf and produced better figures during 2010. This means we can give more to charitable projects. Supporting good causes has always been and still is our reason for being. We continue to develop the feeling of playing among friends for everybody to enjoy and in a safe environment. The best thing of all is really that so many of our customers choose to play with us.